It's Friday again, if my calendar's not lying to me, which it's done in the past. Thomas, happy Labor Day weekend.
Another Friday, but a new month.
Yes, we're in September already.
We are.
Where did August go?
Gone. Poof.
I'm glad August is like the last hot month of the year for me, so I'm sort of glad because it's been a smoker this year. It's just toasty.
Well, that's awesome if you get a break in it, because our headline this morning was as we break into September, triple digit heats continue. So
I know.
Yeah.
Let's see, I can't hear you well. Try that again. All right, I think that's better. I had the volume turned down. Yeah, it was on my end. That's my fault.
Oh, you were canceling me. Got it.
Pretty much. Yeah. It wasn't like canceling. It was like just reducing your impact is all. So.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Happy Friday. End of the work week for a lot of the American people anyway, where we've got a long weekend with Labor Day on Monday. So it's typically, I don't know what started. I mean, I should probably know the history of Labor Day, but it probably has to do with labor unions and things like that. Mostly it's just a day to go out. There's one last big hurrah to go out and spend time with the family or head to the beach or head down to the lake or all that. Weather Watch is going to put up Christmas decorations.
That's what I had that on my to-do list for the weekend. Actually, that's hilarious.
I will tell you, this is not relevant, but that's okay. I live on a street where decorating your homes is a big deal.
Okay.
And
me as well.
Mm-hmm. We moved in. We're like, oh, well, we don't do it. Right.
Oh,
yeah. And so the neighbors came over, and you know how I get with neighbors when they get pushy.
Yep.
But
real cordial.
I carved my trees into letters. Neighbors come over and they're like, we just thought we'd let you know, because we missed a holiday, and like we thought, wow. This is what happens around here. Everyone decorates, and the previous homeowner was a big participant in that. I'm like, well, he took it all with him, and we're not going to buy any. So, and they're like, well, we'll just give you a reminder. They handed me a little flyer. This is when we decorate. This is when we do it.
No way.
And I'm like, I have the best of both worlds. I look out my window, I see amazingly decorated houses, and I love it, and I don't have to do any work. But my neighbors are not as keen, and so we've started decorating a little bit. Like we'll have like a couple little witches out on the lawn for Halloween, and we'll do some Christmas lights on the pillars and things.
Do you decorate any differently for certain holidays versus the others, or are you lackluster on all of the?
Oh no, I'd put Christmas lights up pretty much year round.
Okay.
Or I keep them anyway. I put them up. I put them up usually right around Thanksgiving, and then I take them down maybe July-ish. That's how, and we use them every night. It doesn't matter.
Why take them down?
Usually at that point, they just need to be repaired. I need new strands. So it's like, I might as well take these ones down, get ready to put the new ones up.
So you rip them down. Got it. Because you got to
pretty much.
It's funny you say that. For those that do celebrate Christmas or even just decorate for it, there's a company, it's rather expensive, but they make these under eave lights meant to stay, but you can't see them at all. So they're just there, and they like a 5-year warranty on them too. But the price for them over 5 years, I did the math. And if I behaved like you and just threw my string away every year and bought new, and you pay like quadruple the price to have these hidden lights up there. But it's a neat concept. I mean, there's always something out there.
It's cool. Like every light is evenly spaced out, and you can change the color of your lights. You can like program them to, depending on the holiday, you can have like flashing orange for Halloween, and then red and green for Christmas, and red, white, and blue for 4th of July or whatever. And that's cool. But have you fought with the lights? Have you been tangled up in cords? Have you really experienced the whole thing? If you haven't, if you just have a company put it up for you, you're missing the joy of the season.
So I wish I knew this was going to somehow come up on our Not Relevant podcast, but we never know, because around the curtain over there, I don't know how to get there that way. Yeah. There's a door that goes into an attic, which is almost like another room. And it is covered, completely filled from head to toe with decorations. Mrs. Weather Watch is, for one, not watching, or will rewatch, so I'm going to share this, is extremely artistic. So when it comes to holidays, she buys plywood and other items and then carves and cuts out. Like we have a big waving Santa Claus, and she has completely painted him, beard and all, 3-dimensional, drilled pocket holes in there. So we've got lights sticking out. So he's all lit. For every holiday, we've got all these wooden things. They look they look incredible. She gets compliments all the time, but I lug them from in there. I'm upstairs, down and out. You stake and rope, and then the lights, and
it's a ton of work. A ton.
Yeah.
See, my idea of really going all out for decorating is buying some sort of laser projector that just shoots an image of something on the side of my house. I'm like, look, it's decorated, and I can unplug it and I'm done. One cord, one switch. Happy holidays.
They make them and they're cool and they're affordable. They've come a long way. The way they can project. I bought one once that did snowflakes all over the front of our house and our driveway and our garage door and all that. But it's
I will say that when it comes to Halloween, I go a little more all out because I have all the sound gear. I'll string speakers hidden in the bushes, wireless microphones. I've got sound systems with different echo effects turned on just to scare people, the daylights out of people with hidden. I love that. As far as decorations, they're like, I'm not even sure if they're giving away candy this year. There's not much out there as far as that goes.
There's nothing more fun than scaring innocent children.
I guess I have to ask, am I the A? What's the MAITAH? Isn't that the acronym that I'm asking? You got chat knows what I'm talking about, right? It's right here. This is what I'm asking.
I'm curious what you've got here.
It comes to chat. Am I the bad guy?
I have to say this out loud. I'm going to need chat help on that one. That's Adam will get it. Oh, AITA. Pam D says.
Someone has to spell it out for him. Do you know what that means?
I don't. Well, I gather here. I know that's involved.
Yes, that's it.
But
I'm asking, am I the bad guy for not decorating my lawn, for not putting all the decorations up and participating and just reaping the reward of having everybody around me participate, and everywhere I look, it looks amazing. I get the joy of the season, and everywhere they look out, they just see a house that's not decorated.
Yeah, perfect. So. Yeah. Unless it's like if it's not in your beliefs, then no, not at all. But
it's not a beliefs thing. It's not like I have like a deeply held religious belief where I don't believe in decorating or celebrating that. I don't have that issue at all. But I just it's more of my belief system not to go to the work to put it all together.
Yeah, wrong side of the belief. That's like the lady today at trial telling the judge, like, I wasn't that high, I promise.
It was my first time on meth.
So you're saying you were kind of more
never had
sober?
A bender before that.
Yeah. Ma'am, drugs are an excuse, but you're actually kind of making this worse. That's kind of what, it's medicines. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Okay, so I probably need to make amends somehow, but I'm not gonna go out and buy every inflatable they have at Lowe's for the holiday and set them up all over. I mean, my neighbors do. They have a massive dragon. It's about half the size of their house that sits on top of their house with big flapping wings and glowing eyes, and the belly lights up with flames. And that's just for Halloween. And then they take it down and they replace everything with Christmas. And they've got like 40 different things. When they turn on their lights, like my lights dim when they turn on.
Your neighborhood's like the Texas power grid. I love it.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
So someone in chat earlier said pictures, or I don't believe it. So great idea. What I think we'll do is, if the podcast is still alive near holiday times,
if we haven't been banned or
we haven't gotten in a fight yet or banned from YouTube, I will get the camera down and I will go out live and show all the stuff that she's made and put up. She made, I put up. And then you can see it's true.
You know what? And I'll do the other half. I will take a picture of my house with its decorations. I can do that one now because it's going to look the same as it does then. And we can compare the two, who did it better. So
love it.
Anyway, I don't know how we got on the holiday kick.
Because it's not relevant.
And it's Labor Day. We've got a holiday coming up.
Oh, yeah.
How do you decorate for Labor Day? Is it just like you throw lawn chairs out on the lawn and a sunshade, or is decorating not a thing?
I just lost. So it's funny you say that, actually. So our local Rotary Club does a fundraiser. So if you pay, it's like $30 for the year. All the holidays, they come out, They drill a little pilot hole in the front of your lawn, and they put a little sleeve in there. And they just were out there doing it. They drive around and they put a big American flag in your front yard. So
it's like
kind
a little rebar.
No, it's a pilot hole, and then it's a PVC sleeve.
Well, that's like we just did like rebar. You hammer some rebar in the ground and set like a PVC sprinkler pipe on top with a flag zip tied to it.
They might have done it in the past, and then they probably hit a couple water lines, so they decided let's do this differently. Yeah. So I wish if I could actually.
That's a concern. Sorry, I got the sound effects working, guys. I just noticed they weren't triggered right.
I'm gonna see if I can show you real quick. Let's see if I can.
Oh, field trip, guys! Field trip. Buckle up.
I don't know if my.
Whoa!
Yeah. Sorry for everybody getting sick. I don't have enough cable.
You're gonna have to move the window.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see the flag waving.
So that's mine, and then across the street. So every house has one, but I can't show every house.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
That was loud. So is that part of the homeowners association, or do you have to pay for that individual? Is like a company that you pay?
Sorry, this is a terrible view. I'm sorry. So it's the Southwest Rotary Club in our town. You make a donation to them, and that's a program they do. So Memorial Day, Flag Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. I'm going to be President's Day. They come out and they put it out Friday afternoon, and they'll come back and they get it on the Monday. They'll come back and get it Tuesday, actually. But it's cool because the whole street, they all have them lined up. So it's pretty neat looking.
That is cool. We used to do that when I was involved in the Boy Scout program. We would do that as a fundraiser for a scouting trip, but it would be, we go out and put American flags up on all the holidays. We stopped doing that. And then my sons started a company doing that we were in an area that had 2 rival universities, and it was like, you're either for one or for the other. Right.
I remember you saying this. Yeah.
They go around and knock on doors and like, hey, we'll put up whatever flag you prefer, are you red or are you blue type thing. Yeah. And put up a flag. And so we were catering to both sides. And some people, the funny thing was people like, I want 2, blue flags, or, I want 1 red and 1 blue, because I can't decide.
Right.
The best ones were like, I'll pay you to put a blue one in their yard every time this team plays.
I love it.
Those were the best, but flags would go missing when you do that. So
that's true.
But anyway, so, it was a fun business.
Funny story on our flags. So our local Rotary is, they're not listening. If they are, love you. They're impossible to get a hold of.
You're right.
So we get a renewal letter every year. Just here it is. And you write the check. Like I said, it's $30 and you mail it back. Well, somehow in the mail, I missed it, right? Thought it was junk, threw it away. I don't know. So I missed it.
This sounds like my tax story. So
yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Property tax? What property tax?
Well, yeah. So I missed it. And so the first day comes up and I see the truck coming down the road load. And I'm like, oh no. So I run up to the guy, and it's the same guy with a bunch of local use that, he drives, they run out and plant flags, and they've got the list of who's paid or not. So I go, hey, I totally missed this year to renew. Can you please give me a flag and I'll get it? And he's great. You betcha.
Yeah.
Well, this is 100% my fault. I've now then forget since I got the flag, because they pick them up when they're done.
So you promised to pay,
and then
but you didn't.
Right. So the next holiday comes up. We're about a week away. And I go, oh, I need to get my flag. I reached out to them 5 times in 3 days. How can I pay you ASAP to get a flag? I had never heard back from anyone. So that flag you saw in my yard, I went and got the PVC, the flag, put it together.
It's your own flag.
It's my own. So when they drive down the road,
they're going to collect it.
No. When they come down the road and they put them in, I wait till they're gone and I put mine out. And then I know they're going to be here Tuesday in the afternoon. Tuesday morning, I go get my flag, roll it up, and I bring it back inside. Because they never got back to me.
You saved all this money. It's not that you're against the Rotary Club. It's just they're hard to get.
I try to give them my money, but I don't want to be the only one with that. So, but it's obvious because it's a different gauge of PVC. So mine goes like this in the breeze a lot. The others are pretty good. So.
Oh, that's funny. Good stuff. That's I'll have to figure out. I think I'll commit to doing a little better on decorations. I have done okay for like 2 years in a row. I've put up Christmas lights, which I think is good. And I've even been so picky about it to make sure that the rotation of the spiral on the Christmas lights on the pillars, like they match from side to side, so they both go in or both go out. So it's not like it looks like somebody
It's
it
so
just
much.
it looks good. I made it like visually appealing.
You
I did-
wouldn't hate it as much if you didn't care, because you just throw them up and then go back inside.
Well, we have one of these big bushes that like has amazing blooms on it, but I've trimmed it nicely, and I had a perfect net that would cover the whole thing, and it just lights the whole thing in these soft lights. My
Right.
neighbor was kind enough to mow my lawn for me and clipped it with his riding lawnmower and ended up munching the whole thing. It sucked it in and just like the whole net just like ripped off the tree and went shredded, and it was just bulbs and wire everywhere.
Right.
So I
Perfect.
So I haven't done that in a while, but I'll do better. I'll compete a little. There's no way I'm going to win, but I at least want to look like I'm participating in the holiday somewhat.
I think participate's the right word versus compete.
It's
if-
not like a Griswold. I have zero desire to win. Right, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm honestly, I could not afford to right now. Whether it's the power bill or just buying it, it's not in the books. Did the mower survive? He has a new mower now. I don't know. His kids bought him a new lawnmower because the old one was having issues. Don't know why.
Why? Yeah.
The blades wrapped up in lights and electrical cord.
Oh, well, that's perfect. Not perfect, but it's a segue into our first story.
It's a segue. It's a bad one.
It's
but I
a
will lead into it.
segue. We'll take it. Speaking of power equipment. So this story caught my eye actually just last night. I saw it as a YouTube short, and this is new to me. I bet people in chat have already seen it. But as a YouTube short, I saw what happened, and I took a screenshot because I have to come back and we Google these stories so we can have notes and we can read them and know what we're talking about a little bit. And
we don't prepare at all.
He gave us high praise when he was a guest on the show. Now that he's not here, he's we'll take 7 out of 10s all day. That's a win for us.
Not a segue that he was impressed with, but okay, 7 out of 10.
So the video is a guy on the beach, and I don't know where he was, but near that beach, it's a giant crane operator. So if you've ever been to big cities and how they build the huge skyscrapers, those giant cranes that are 15, 20, 30 stories, even higher in the air. He's moving his boom to project shade over the guy laying on the beach. So the guy,
this guy's my hero.
the guy on the beach realizes, hey, I'm in the shade, like a cloud or something. So he picks up his towel, shakes it off, and he walks, like 40 feet over this way and lays back down. And the guy with the crane, he just and projects shade on this new spot. So the guy looking around,
the unluckiest guy in the world.
yeah, and he's looking up, and the sun's in his eyes, but there's a crane, and he's not realizing it's on purpose yet. So he gets up, he leaves his towel, he goes for a swim. He goes out into the ocean to go swimming, and the crane is so long, the boom makes it all the way out in the water. The guy's sitting there treading water, and then the shade comes right over the top of him, and he starts flailing his arms. Now he's caught on that this is intentional, and he's angry.
What's he gonna do? Climb up and yell at the dude? He's
Yeah.
like 40 stories in the air.
Yeah. So as I said, I took a screenshot, and this morning I come back in and I Google it so I can do a little bit more research other than a YouTube short. I pull up the first article, and there it is. Boom. This one's from London. There's a guy in a park, nowhere near the beach, laying out getting suntan, and there's this crane operator projecting his shade over him, and he's communicating with his colleagues in a different part of the building. Hey, watch, I'm going to get him. Oh, watch, he's going to get up. And the guy runs.
I love that this is a thing for crane operators.
So the guy runs, and he chases him with his boom and covers him again. I scroll. It's a thing. This is what they do.
I'm in the
They
wrong
mess
profession.
with people.
I would so love this.
Yes.
I guess dropping things would not be approved, but shade. I mean, what are they going to do? Call the police? There was a shadow on me. They have no recourse really. Everyone's going to be like, seriously, that is hilarious. I would do that in a heartbeat.
It was so much fun because it turned into a story. Like, I can't wait to share this. To then I went, oh my gosh, this is not a story. This is a thing. That crane.
It's a movement.
So now it's a movement. No pun intended with the crane. I really want to find a crane operator and interview them about, do you guys compete? Do you guys have forums on like Reddit that you talk about your scenarios and what you do and your reactions?
Crane operators actually get paid a ton of money.
It's so dangerous.
It's a super dangerous job.
Yeah.
And it's not just dangerous, but it's dangerous to people around them, right?
Right.
One wrong move and everybody on the ground is in danger. And so they climb up in the morning, and they've got like the world's worst commute to work, right? Because very few of them have like an elevator that can get in and go up. It's a climb to work. They climb up to work. They sit in a little tiny box that maybe has a fan, maybe is air conditioned, probably isn't. And it's just like this all day long, just swaying with headphones. And you're in a box, okay? Just a box. There's nothing else to do. Of course, I'd be looking for like, who can I really tick off today? Who's down there that just needs their own personal shadow, their personal rain cloud to just hover over them for a couple hours.
Absolutely. And you're waiting for the next load of material to come in. So you have downtime. So you're 100% just. I really want to find out more about this because I think it's absolutely hilarious. Because in every major city, there's an upright crane right now sitting there. They're always working. They're always building. So I really want to find out. It's hilarious to me.
That's cool. I love that one. That's crazy. You put a different kind of story in together as well, and I was watching a video on it. This is more animal related than like machinery, but I have zero segue for this one. I'm just full on
baloney.
Bull crap, right? Yes, it involves a bull. It involves a bull. How about that? This dude, I already forgot where he's at. Nebraska? Was it Nebraska? Okay. Dude has like a Texas Longhorn. Huge old bull. He calls it Howdy Doody. Okay. This thing has, yes, Howdy Doody. He's got like horns that go for miles each direction. And it's just a most amazing, huge cow. And when you have a cow like that, people want to see it. And they want to, they're actually, these animals are extremely gentle. Okay, for being a massive bull that looks like they can just, they're like a bulldozer is what they are.
Yeah.
Their horns, they turn too much, and you throw a continent off the map. It's really dangerous. But they're very gentle, and so he takes it around and he takes it to parades. And how do you transport a bull with horns like that? Well, your average trailer, it would be like kinked like this, just so the horns will fit, because it's about as wide as a car.
You just get tie downs, put them on a flatbed.
Yes, pretty much. Well, it's as wide as a car. Well, that gave him an idea, and he's like, "Well, I have a car. I've got a nice sedan, and I can cut out the seat and put on a gate on the side, and I can have my bull ride in the sedan next to me." And he does. He loads his bull into the passenger seat of his sedan and then drives. Now, the bull barely fits forward and backward. It's sort of like stuck in position. Okay. So the bull's just like it's convertible time for him. The tail end, his butt is sitting like right over the window, on the back window. And the picture is just like crap, all smeared down the whole back of the car, because the cow does what the cow does whenever the cow needs to do it. And it might be on the highway, it might be wherever, it just sort of just blows out the back ends. And apparently somebody called the cops on him. They're like, you guys aren't going to believe this, but there's a bull in a car. And they describe it. The cops, obviously, it was easy to find. And they chase the guy down and they pull him over. And, first thing they do is take a selfie, right? And they're like, here we are. And they talk to the dude. The dude just like, oh, it's just going for a ride. And he's got like plaques on the side. He's like, I won the best parade entry, whatever, in this year, whatever. This is what he does. He takes the bull in his car to parades. He was just going for a cruise. The cow wanted some airtime, literally. And drove for 30 miles. And they ended up giving him a couple tickets. And most of them had to do with his car and safety features that may or may not be present anymore on the car. But they let him go as long as they promised to take Howdy Doody home and stop driving around. So
did you give Howdy Doody a seatbelt ticket?
He did not have a seatbelt. He was fastened in, and it's like literally a barn gate, whatever. Right, instead of it was
a corral panel.
Police car as well. Used police car. So we're talking like a Crown Vic.
Oh, that's the car to take. It can handle it.
Yeah.
I love it. Shout out Amber. She actually, she threw that out to our attention yesterday evening when we were sourcing around. She saw that and thought it was funny. So I thought, we need to include that. Absolutely. I love that. I wish what's weird is when I read it, it popped up like it happened in my local area. And I'm not sharing that. I embarrassed our town a couple times already. No one says Nebraska.
Out if you keep spilling the beans on what they don't.
Thankfully, no one here watches it. My neighbor watches this every once in a while, but so I can out to town once in a while. Oh, that's fun. All right. So we always do top 3 or would you rather, or a couple other. We did a whole bunch of dad jokes last time, which were a big hit. Everyone loved every one of them because they were just so
every
funny.
message I got in the burner was do this every week was what you guys were saying. And that you said even use the same jokes again because you found them so no.
Which is perfect.
Am I hearing crickets?
We've got the same jokes tuned up. No, we're not doing the same thing.
That would be awful. That would be awful. We would never do that.
That'd be painful. Another little twist to it. We're going to do fact or fiction. And sometimes it almost kind of goes along with 2 truths and a lie if you do it individually. But these are just different stories. And you have to decide if they're fact or fiction, what you think. And then chat gets to play along as well once they hear what it is.
Okay, so are we going to do polls? Is it too fast for polls?
Yeah, I've got 10 of them lined up. So if you feel like doing 10 polls right now,
it's a lot.
Yeah,
I can't even find the poll button.
It's StreamYard now. Here's different from the day.
Man, maybe I could do it over here. Yeah, I can do a poll over here. I don't need to do it in StreamYard. I can do it separately. Okay,
Amber, that story's not.
Let's hear a quick poll. I'll type it up as you talk.
You're gonna. Do you have the character space to fit this in?
I have 100 characters. That's all I got.
Well, here I can highlight this real quick. This is, yeah, you won't be able to fit in the question, so it won't work. It's because this is 161 words, which means characters. It's going to be over 200.
You read it, and I'll summarize it into a question.
All right. In June of 2020, a British bakery threw a birthday party for their 65-year-old sourdough starter.
To tell the story in words that don't have B's in it, because I can't type with the B key right now.
Oh, I forgot your B key still being a B.
So British bakery is a challenge for me right now. British bakery. Okay, go ahead. British bakery.
So Amber, you got a good idea. You could just make a poll, no question. Just can you have an answer that's blank, but it just says fact or fiction?
Okay, I can do that.
So people just have to listen.
We'll say British bakery.
Okay. In June of 2020, a British bakery threw a birthday party for their 65-year-old sourdough starter.
Okay, so you know how I said the B thing doesn't work? You've got British bakery birthday for bread right now, which is a little bit challenging.
I love Cliff Notes. That's perfect.
I've started the poll there. So the British bakery birthday for bread is up. How old was the bread?
65 years old. But see, now we've got people, because we delayed there on Google, because everyone's getting it right. And there's no way everyone knows the right answer to this. They're cheaters.
Does starters stay that old? I thought you'd have to like restart at some point.
So
isn't it like some sort of mold? I mean, this is how much little I know about sourdough. Isn't it like a kind of mold?
I don't think mold's the right idea. Bacteria.
Isn't that the same thing? It's something that's growing on something that's edible, right? I call that mold.
Yeah, I think so. My colleague just got into sourdough, so she's talking about starters all the time. So that's part of why this came in. But
so is there,
she's told me crazy facts that I have no idea.
You need a starter?
Husky.
You can't just... Okay, it had to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Who had the first starter? Can't that person be around now and just make their own starter now, or do you have to get the starter from somebody else?
No, you can start your own starters.
You just let your bread mold and then
don't
throw it out.
You create a starter. Like you can create a starter really quick. Here we go. Amber. So the effect of the sourdough is the length of how much you let your starter ferment to a degree and to a point and temperature, and I'm sure all that. So if you ferment your starter for 2 days, your sourdough is not going to be very good sourdough, right? Versus if you do it for 3 weeks to 65 years.
Okay.
So it is, we've never said it is fact.
So 65, I didn't even vote. I'm still trying to figure out how bread works. Why you have moldy bread? Why not just make good bread that's not moldy? Is that a thing? I mean, I eat sourdough bread. I do. There was a little sandwich shop I used to go to. It's called Cutler's Sandwich Shop, and they had a sourdough. I'd have a roast beef sourdough, or roast beef and lettuce and mustard mayo on sourdough with pickles, of course. And it was like they took it was huge. The slice of bread was like 1.5 inches thick on each side, and it had like a whole roast beef, like the whole cow in between. It was just tons, and it was delicious.
You didn't get shunned for not putting that on rye?
They were taking my money either way. So I think they were good with whatever I chose. You pass around the starter to family and friends. So the starter is like there's like an organism, right? It's alive.
Yeah, like yeast to a degree, but it's fermented. It's not just yeast. And then
is it something you can keep in the fridge or the freezer and you bring it out when you need it, or you have to constantly feed it? And
when you need it, like bread.
Oh, yes, that was not intentional. Glad you caught it.
All right, we've got 9 more.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I need to go. Like, I'm gonna be. You know what's gonna happen tonight? I'm gonna be on YouTube. I'm like starter dough, sourdough.
I'm writing it down to text you right now.
Okay, thank you. The poll looks like 86% says fact, 13 were with me and said fiction. So, okay, next poll. I'll be quicker on this one. I'm not going to interrupt you.
All right, number 2. Jaguars have the strongest bite of the animal kingdom, but the smallest teeth. Now that I say that out loud, it says the animal kingdom. Like my house cat has way smaller teeth than a jaguar. I think they messed up their question, but
wild animal kingdom.
It just says the animal kingdom. Smallest teeth, but strongest bite. Okay.
You guys, I see you Googling. I can see that the Google's search has suddenly surged for jaguar facts.
Shreen says false. Hippos have an extremely, they do have the biggest bite, but their teeth are huge.
Yeah, one of the biggest mouths. I'm going to say yes, because I think jaguars, like, they have like powerful jaws. I think they run fast and they bite hard. Those are the two things that, that's the cheetah.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're what?
The jaguar is stealthy and they bite hard. Those are the two. Which
is dangerous.
So I'm going to say truth on that one.
Red Pen says, no, I'm just asking my hubs, not Googling.
Did your hubs know everything? Is he like the Ken Jennings of the trivia world?
Oh, this is fun on the voting because I have the sheet. So I can, this is like nailing a Matthew quiz.
Haven't done that in a long time. Okay, so we've got 83% right now saying fiction. I might have got this one wrong as well.
How are we ready?
Yeah, let's hear the results.
Fiction.
What's a passing grade on this? I'm asking for friends.
I thought about putting a score in just to keep track and see what happens, but
I'm already down 2. So the best I can do, I think, is a B.
B's are passing.
But I can't even do that with my keyboard. So, okay, go ahead. What's the next one?
Hey, C's get degrees.
C's get degrees. I'll stick with that one.
All right. This one's really, really fun to me. I think people like this one, or they won't at all. But to avoid flashing aviation lights, the Tower of Terror in Orlando is exactly 199 feet tall. I think this is an interesting one.
Yes or no, because that comes pre-populated instead of fact or fiction. Flashing Tower of Terror is too short for aviation light requirements. I'm going to say yes, because this sounds like something an engineer would do to save.
Did you just Google it?
What?
You just read something. It sounded like you were on Google.
No, I read the poll. I called it the Flashing Tower of Terror too short. I can type T's just fine. It's the B that I have a problem with.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes on this one, and I feel pretty confident because I've had a little experience with antennas, like the ham radio world. repeaters and things like that. And this sounds like something people would do. They'd sell an antenna that's a structure that's purposely 1 foot too short to require, be required to do something really expensive.
I think people. No, we've got some no's. We've got. Oh, I didn't vote yet. There we go. Oh, okay. You ready?
I'm ready. We're going to end the poll. Looks like we have 72% saying yes, that is true, with 28% saying no.
Fact.
Sweet. 1 for 3. So you're saying there's a chance.
33.3333% is not bad. This one's fun, actually. People are going to know this one, I think, the vast majority. Potatoes have eyes, but grapefruits have ears. I think the vast majority is going to get this one, but that might trick up some people.
You know how to.
Did you freeze? Oh, no, you're just.
Eyes. First of all, I struggled spelling potato. I'm like, there's an E on the end. I'm like, no, there's not. Potato eyes, grapefruit ears.
All right, so we've already got some votes coming in.
I'm saying no, because corn has ears.
But so do humans. More than one thing can have ears.
Grapefruit ears. This sounds so bizarre that it's probably going to be true.
That's why I think it's a cool one. It's kind of fun.
Grapefruit has ears.
Phoenix
It's going to be
adamant.
Phoenix is saying no. I'm with Phoenix on this one. I'm going to say no. I think corn has ears. I think it's a silly one that was off.
All right, we ready?
I'm ready. We're going to end the poll here. Ooh, oh my goodness, closest one ever. We've got 51 to 49, I guess. No one.
Fiction.
So it was corn. Corn has ears.
Well, it doesn't give an answer, but yes, we know corn has, ears and husks, but
okay.
But yes.
So I'm kind of, that's a win. I'm now up to 50%, which I just doubled my grade point average.
Just like that. You're there.
Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
This is another fun one too. Although I know there's a little bit of a diverse audience and well-traveled individuals. So I think there's going to be a few that have a firm answer on this one. Singapore has banned durian fruit from the entire country due to the notorious smell.
What is a durian fruit?
Hey Siri, what is a durian fruit?
Here we go. Hang on. Hey Siri, what is durian fruit?
The durian is the edible fruit of several tree species belonging to the genus Durio.
Oh, it's
Would
where
you like to hear
Doritos come
more?
from, right?
No wonder it stinks.
It's in a picture. It's tiny.
Yes, this is the spelling for anyone that was curious.
Oh, it looks like a chestnut, like one of those spiky.
Does it look kind of like a dragon fruit or no? I've never seen this fruit myself.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Switch this right here. Do you see that?
Oh yeah. Interesting. I feel like I've seen those here.
So I don't think they're smelly. I think they banned them because they're pokey.
Sixfold. They also banned Duran Duran. Their drummer or singer was in the news today, actually. Maybe that's why you plugged it in there. I don't know. I didn't read the full article, but I saw the headline, and that just.
I'm gonna say no on this one. Although Singapore does ban things, they ban like chewing gum, right? Or is that Taiwan? One of them bans weird things.
A lot of silly banning. All right, what's the poll? What's the poll have to say?
I'm in the minority here, which usually is a bad sign. 71% said yes, that's true, with 28% being right with me, saying no, that's false.
Congratulations, Scott.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
You got it. Yep.
Okay, so 3 for 5 is my score. You have to keep track of your own, but Thomas, I'm pretty sure you're winning as well.
I got the paper. I made this today, so.
All right, next poll. We're halfway through. We've got to pick up the pace here.
So I need to. Okay, we're gonna skip one because there's no way this is. Well, we'll do it for fun. I don't know how there was a study for this. Cows hate country music. It came with an answer.
Sounds actually a lot of government funding has been spent figuring this out. I'm going to say that this is true.
I don't know.
Cowboys like country music, but cows, I think they're more fans of like violins and harps.
Are cows just tired of it? Or my thing is, how many people have ever driven by a long field? I don't do it anymore, and you see cows and you honk your horn and they don't even acknowledge that there's anything there. So how do they know what country music sounds like? That's where my thought process
honking.
Go. Horns, long horns honking.
Yeah, that was good. The reason I'm basing this on what I'm saying, I've seen videos of like a girl out playing like the violin in the field, and the cows all come around and stand around her. But she's like playing like Bach or Mozart or something. So I think they like more classical music and not country.
You ready?
Yes. Let's see. Ending the poll right now. Cows hate country music. 64% say no, they're wrong, and 35% say yes with me.
According to this study, the minority wins again. It's fact.
Yes. That puts me to 4 out of 6, right? I'm going to be valedictorian of this poll here in just a minute.
You're killing it.
Okay. They're ready for number 7.
Number 7. A man once wore 60 shirts and 9 pairs of jeans to avoid additional fees at the airport. 60 shirts and 9 pairs of jeans to avoid fees at the airport.
On this one, I'm going to say this is a trick question. I'm going to say no because I think it was a woman. That's just too much clothes for a man. Women, I think, have more clothes than men do. so I'm going to say it was a woman.
What if he was wearing his and his wife's clothes?
He took one for the team. How many shirts?
60.
You could die from that.
9 pairs of jeans. I could die from 3 pairs of jeans.
How do you? They had to be like successively larger sizes. He must have been like buying these for resale or something.
That's what I'm thinking too, because by the time you get to the external layers, there's no way it's the size. Like I couldn't wear 60 of it wouldn't work. By the time I get up there, this would have to be like 5X, and you're not going to wear just one 5X shirt. I don't know. This was an odd one.
I hope he had a first class ticket because there's no way he'd fit in like business class seatbelts. Yeah. I'm gonna say no. It was a woman.
Ready?
Yep, we're ending here. We've got 76 or 75% saying yes, 23% no.
The majority wins. It's a fact. It actually happened.
4 out of 7. Okay, I'll take an L on that one.
We'll keep scooting. We are halfway through the show and 45 minutes in. So let's Sorry. All right, this one. Polka dots enrage geese. I really like this one. This one's a fun one because there's different things you can do with birds. Like vineyards, they tie a foil out on their vines and all the reflection. Birds don't want to go down and land in and eat their grass. There's so many corks you can do with birds. You know, owls. What do owls keep away? I forget when you put a fake owl.
Mice. They keep mice away.
No, it keeps away another bird too. Oh. If not, I'm going to get roasted for this. But
geese hate polka dots. Polka dots. Polka dots enrage geese.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my experience. Geese are angry. They were born. Something was wrong in the head early on.
You and Rachel.
Maybe it's because they're all ugly when they're little, and when they grow up, they just carry a grudge. but they pretty
Yeah.
much hate everything. And so I don't think you can limit down to just polka dots. I'd say everything enrages geese. So I'm going to go with yes on this one.
You tell me when that poll's done.
All right, here we go. And in the poll, oops. Okay, 71% agree with me, and 28% say no. Polka dots do not enrage geese.
28% of you are correct. I know. Wow.
I'm back down to 50%.
I know. I'm sorry.
Four
So
out-
you really
four out
need.
of eight.
You've got 2 left.
I've got 2 to get a passing grade, right? 51% is all we need, right? Are we grading on the curve? How's everyone else doing on this? Pam B
Well,
is 7 out of 8.
I get 100 because I know it, so the curve's no longer available.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, this one's fun, but I have to elaborate a little bit, and you're really going to have to condense it because it's a little bit of a story.
Okay, I'm ready.
A Hooters waitress once sued the
I'm not
restaurant.
ready.
Yeah, I told you. A Hooters waitress once sued the restaurant chain because after winning a sales contest she thought was for a new Toyota vehicle, she received a toy Yoda figurine instead. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna put. I'll read it one more time.
I got it.
People can. You got a way to put it in?
I've got it all condensed down to a single sentence.
Hooters sued for using the force.
This doesn't sound like a corporate thing that a company would do, because that looks really bad on companies when they advertise one thing and then pull the switcheroo to save money on the other. I think it's a bad manager thing. So I'm going to say yes on this, that some manager tried to get employees to improve production to make him look better, and then ended up, stilting, jilting, I guess, the employees. So I'm going to say yes. Okay. And in the poll here, we have 83% that agree with me, and or 82% to 19 or 18% no.
She filed a lawsuit.
May the force be with her.
Hooters used the force.
Do or do not file a lawsuit. There is no try, right?
That's right. Coming at number 10.
Okay, so hang on. I have to do the math where I'm at right now. That puts me at 5 out of 9. Just over 50%.
So you need to get us to be 6 out of 10. These get degrees in some schools as well. So you can pass this class if you get it.
These don't get degrees. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Bacon cheeseburgers are banned in China. This one's making some people think.
I won't tell you where I stand personally on bacon cheeseburgers, but the poll says China bans yummy food.
We've got a lot of yeses.
Why would they ban bacon?
There's a couple no's.
It must be like the number of pigs that would need to be slaughtered and raised and slaughtered. I'm going to say yes, but it's because of the bacon, not the cheese.
Final answer.
That's my final answer. Yes. With 71% agreeing with me and 29% saying no.
Will RA get a passing grade?
Or will we have to do this again next week?
Or will we have to do this over again? Bacon cheeseburgers have not been banned in China. I know. Oh.
There was a good reason. I mean, think of how much bacon they go through.
Yeah, it was there. So Pam D, 9 out of 10.
Who had the best score here? Pam D with 9 out of 10. That is really good. That's what you just said. Sorry, I just caught up with the chat though.
Ooh, be kind.
Did anyone do better? Be kind also. Jessica Unihorn Unicorn did really good with 8 out of 10, as did what about extra credit? Some of us need some extra points. Something. Oh man.
It's
7
crazy,
out of
isn't it?
10. I pretty much did worse than everyone else. Yeah.
We've got some good scores in there, though. Finally, it's a Kitch Live 3 months milestone. Hey, Amanda.
Amanda, welcome to the live. Sorry, I had to be this one, but welcome. I did so poorly on this test. It's good to have you here, Amanda. Thank you so much. Oh man,
Debbie forgot to keep score. Kelly P failed 5 points. It was
the problem is those questions. Some of them were like so crazy. Like this has to be true. No one could just think this up. China bans bacon cheeseburgers. No one would be like, yeah, that's a thing.
geese get mad at polka dots. Who thinks that one up? And that they don't. So that means the fact that they don't, someone just made that up and said, this is a great one.
Somebody's like smoking meth. They're writing questions, quiz questions.
Oh, it's probably their first time. So-
Obviously.
So-
It's the first bender ever.
So that is fact or fiction. First time we've done on this podcast. That's kind of fun. We'll tweak it a little bit down the road. Maybe a few less questions, trick them up.
Maybe
a little
I'll do the questions so I score better on
That's
the,
fine.
on the test.
bit. You do the questions. It's an automatic 100. You're the professor.
That's what I'm saying. I might need this help.
Social promotion is still a thing. Here you go.
Let's see. Tag says, have you ever played Balderdash? Balderdash, that game sounds really familiar. Is it a bluffing game? Is that the bluffing game where you have like a question and a couple answers? It's like this is what this means or something. So like a definition name, right? I think I've played that.
According to Microsoft Bing, it's the definition of our podcast. Balderdash, senseless talk or writing nonsense. I think
Every
she was
day.
insulting us.
Every day, Tag. Thank you. This is my life story, apparently.
You're watching a live Balderdash at the moment.
Lisa's going to send the questions in. Lisa, do you have an extra credit question? I'm desperately in need of like a few extra points to raise my score. If you want to ask one, I'll keep a lookout for that.
Okay, so Balderdash is a thing. I need to actually look it up outside the definition.
It's like a it's
Oh.
got like cards like what's it called, like Trivia Pursuit. You like draw cards or something, right? And you match up cards. You have like a whole handful of cards with definitions, and you're trying to assign one to a word. Like someone else picks the word, and you try to match the definition. And you try to get people to choose your definition.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. There's a game. Yeah. Okay.
This is my sort of teacher, Six Full Bus. I did write my name on the test, and so I should get some points for that.
You gotta love the SAT. That's perfect.
Oh, Lisa, thank you, bless you, my love. This is I'm going to say a big old yes that Brits do have to pay for a TV license. It is the only first world country in the world, I guess, that still has a TV license.
Which is wild. So, because of the license, are there no commercials? Is it like having YouTube Premium?
No. It's not like that. It's just they have a van that drives around that has like these powerful little X-ray type machinery that can see into your house to see, like electronically speaking. It's not like actual vision,
Right.
but they can see if you have a TV on. They can detect if you have one on, and if you don't have a license and you have your house checks, big fine.
What's the?
Am I right,
purpose
Lisa?
around that?
BBC needs to be funded.
Oh, there you go. She knew that would save you.
Thank you, Lisa.
That was your extra credit. He goes from an F to a D.
Between that and writing my name on the test, I'm going to count that as a win, and we don't have to do this again next week, at least not in the same form. Thank you very much.
That's wild. Gosh, I can't. I mean, I'm probably used to it, right? And that's a normal thing.
Yeah,
But
there
like-
used to be, I'm not sure if they do it anymore. There used to be like, it was like a black and white license or a color TV license. You could like buy one or the other. Is that true? I mean, this is going way back, Lisa. I don't expect you to remember it.
If
on
this
your
is
own.
true, we're
It's
bumping
up in the
you up to a
history
C.
I'm pretty sure that's.
Big blooming scam. Sounds they're everywhere. Lisa, can you confirm if that's a thing? If there's a color TV versus black or white TV difference in license? We're
I've
just
got one.
anxiously waiting for her answer to see if you get a upgrade in your grade.
I'm going to get an A out of this for sure.
Yeah.
Lisa, you know the right answer.
Oh, there, Samantha confirms. Black and white license, cheaper.
Oh no, Lisa says black and white TV. You did not have to have one.
Which makes it cheaper, right?
Samantha says it's cheaper.
I'll give you. All right.
I knew
You're up
it
to
was
a B
a
minus.
color TV license. That was
The fact that you knew that was a thing, okay. But you don't get to keep projecting whatever knowledge you have into chat and then confirming to get your grade up. That's not fair.
Tag. Are you volunteering to come on the show real quick and do Balderdash? Do you have Balderdash there? I mean, how would we do that? I'm waiting for the answer.
I know we have dead
not
air
moving
because
on.
we're staring at
We've
chat.
got Balderdash. I'm waiting for Tag's name to come up in chat.
I'm waiting to hear a peep beep. Samantha has a disclaimer. She left there 7 years ago, so that's she gets.
So Tag, we have a phone. We have a burner phone that can access. You can join us that way by voice only. But I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. Balderdash with random viewers might be a lot of fun. There's the peeps. I have to look at that.
I could call him plan. Tag. Let's make note of this and let's make this happen.
Let's discuss this offline and see
Yes.
if we can make this happen. And obviously vocal only works. Even if you connect using StreamYard, if we sent you the link, you can connect without your camera on, and it's just like an icon with your image or your initial on it, and we get your sound that way. So that's an option if you're camera shy.
You can make it a peep.
Yeah,
Picture of a peep.
so that would work. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good idea. Balderdash. We'll keep that in the. Speaking of not good ones, social media is full of bad ideas, things you should never do.
Yeah.
And,
All over the place.
Unfortunately, some of these bad ideas work well in social media, like pranks. Think of like, well, I can't. Those jackwagon guys that do the what's the name of that show? I think it's Jackwagon.
Yeah.
They do all these crazy stunts that usually are life threatening and just ridiculous. It's like Nitro Circus type stuff. There's some people out there who do crazy stuff just to get views and have people check it out. They ride mountain bikes off a cliff and live to tell about it on accident.
Right.
But
the donkey guys.
The donkey guys, yeah, the jackwagons.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, these pranks on social media, jack donkeys. That was it. Future, I appreciate that. Here we can put that up right there. There we go. If it will go up. Anyway, these guys, there are people who are following the same pattern on social media, and there's a big push among youngsters, especially, to do like something new and extravagant and over the top to get people to be like, "Holy cow! Did you see what happened?" and get the views.
It's all about the views, right?
So this kid, young kid, lives with his parents, is trying to get some views on TikTok, and he decides, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 28 pounds or 28 gallons or jars. I forget what it was. 28, whatever it was. It was 28 of them, which is a lot. 28 is a lot of anything.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, creamy peanut butter, and smear it over every surface in my parents' kitchen. So not so there's a little stain. No, so there's a layer of peanut butter over every cabinet, the stovetop, the countertops, the faces of the cabinets, the doors, the sink, the faucet, the windows, the whole deal. This like a granite countertop, wood cabinets, and peanut butter over everything. And then he gets out his phone. He's like, "Hey guys, I just smeared peanut butter over everything. My dad's headed downstairs." And you hear him like, "Dylan, you little bit." It cuts out a little bit. "We're gonna get ants, you." And then it cuts out again. And yeah, and the last thing you see is like the dad charging up, and there's like smoke coming out of his ears and eyes, red eyes. He's like charging up the stairs at his son. It cuts out there, so we'd never see the death that ensued. But no, apparently it took like 4 hours for him to clean all that up, and it took I don't know how long to build it. It was nuts.
Oh
But
my gosh.
got like 16 million views. And so he'll probably do something just as stupid again in the future. And his parents will probably have to kill him this time.
Yeah, now he's gonna like go out to his dad's Tesla or whatever, right? And he's gonna paint it, but he's gonna get 20 million views, and he's gonna be able to afford to repaint it. And it doesn't matter, but it's still a headache for the family. That stuff, couldn't take it, no chance. There's
one of the commenters commented on the video and said the next video is going to be your parents smearing peanut butter on your casket.
I love that one. That's really good.
I like peanut butter, but I have a thing for peanut butter on me. Like I don't like any peanut butter to come off the sandwich and on my fingers.
I'm with you. Yeah,
It's
totally.
oily. It's just yucky. I don't like it on my face. I don't like it on my beard. So I don't eat them when I have a beard. Don't like it on my hands. I hate it. Absolutely hate it on my countertop. That is, cannot do that.
What about the peanut butter where, you go to the store and you get like just basic Jif, whatever. You open it up, there's your butter, whether it's creamy or crunchy, it's ready to go.
Mhm.
But I don't know that you get like the natural, and the whole like top 2 inches is oil, and you have to take something and
Oh, it's separated and you
mix
got to stir it.
Yeah, I can't get on board with it. It's supposed to be
Yuck.
better.
It's got to be Skippy. It's got to look like it just came off the factory
Skippy.
line and
Skippy,
ready to go.
Skippy crunchy with the preservatives. Don't give me natural peanut butter. That's better for me. It's too weird to do that. I'm not.
And crunchy is not good either. If I want peanuts, I'll eat peanuts. I'll eat peanut butter. It has to be smooth. I'm so stressed about this. I'm like squeezing the cash cow to death. That's why I'm talking about peanut butter being on my counter. I'm just envisioning that my kids had, a late night snack and there's like a knife covered in peanut butter that's setting just right on the counter. Which they
Do you ever get
worse yet? They'll put the knife like in the jar. Why?
Yeah.
Do you hate everybody? Why would you do that? Because then the handle's covered with peanut butter. Somebody had to clean that up.
Do you ever sprinkle like chopped nuts on ice cream?
Like chopped peanuts? I've seen it. Like on
Chopped peanuts,
Sunday.
chopped almonds, chopped anything on ice cream?
I don't like it, but I'll
Okay.
eat like a Keith bar or something. Some of those popsicle sticks that have like the nuts in the candy coating shell. But
No,
I
different.
don't add them myself.
I was trying to trick you into your whole calling out crunchy peanut butter. I was hoping you'd go, yeah, I love some chopped nuts. And I was going to say same texture, same everything. Can't believe you
No.
only eat smooth,
No,
but you didn't take it. So,
No.
okay, I can't argue.
There's help for OCD, says Meanie Banana.
Adam,
Tag. I don't think I have the game. I've played it before, but I don't know if I have it. I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I played it at my mom's house.
Red pen. Here we go back to food.
Let's see. Yes, all right. Or they dip the cracker in and it breaks, and then they close the lid with bits of crackers inside.
Ugh.
Hey, Samantha, at least they closed the lid. Okay, I'm just saying. At least they put the lid back on.
Fair.
I
fair.
also hate. I realize this is like a therapy session for me, and it's quite cathartic. I appreciate you guys listening. Let me lay on the couch here and tell you all my woes. I hate bugs. I hate bugs in the house. You guys know I hate bugs in the house. And if the kids like leave the door open too long and there's a fly in the house, hold everything, stop the show. We're getting rid of that fly. And if I can't get it soon enough, I'll be like, okay, there's a bounty, $1 first person gets the fly, you get $1, and the price keeps going up as long as they don't catch the fly. And pretty soon one of the kids is like, yeah, that's worth it, and they'll get the fly. They have to prove they killed it and it's gone, and it will be gone forever. I absolutely hate it, and so when I get out of the show sometimes and look, and my back door is just wide open, and the air is just blowing through, and it's just like bzzz. I'm like, I just have to go in and close the door, and you guys get rid of the flies, and I'll come out. Anyway, now I need another cash cow because this one's about to burst.
Adam tries to save every bug. Oh, the poor bugs. All right. Oh, our biggest phrase in here is when the door's left open, flies. It started with you're letting the flies in. Now it's just flies and screaming. And everyone's got their different quirks with their homes and how, some do no shoes in the house, bare feet or socks only. Some shoes, they don't care. Houses. Some decorate their houses. Some don't decorate their houses.
There's nothing wrong with not decorating your house, just for the record.
No, some do, some don't. Just so there's nothing wrong with it. And then some are in the market for new houses. So what if you could buy a new house today let's say about $500,000,
That could be a nice house.
but you end up with 86 houses.
It would be a really nice house.
Be a really nice house.
You buy one, you get 85 free.
And it happened.
Where's this at?
Nevada. So a potential buyer goes in. This is a suburb area in Nevada, out far from just outside of Reno, I want to say. They found it's kind of like a tract home neighborhood, so it's newly built. A lot of people call cookie cutter, right? Because it's the same 3 floor plans, just all backwards, every home.
Yeah.
So the home buyer goes in, they make an offer on this house. The title company, the whole point of the story, it's a copy and paste error. The title company drafts up the contract for the home, but they copy and pasted certain terms and conditions from a prior contract and just put it right into this one. And so when the homeowner did it,
They probably copy and pasted the tract information from like the original land purchase before the developer. Oh, they gave him everything.
so
They
they bought
sold
the
the whole
house.
farm in one move.
$500,000 home came with 85,000 properties.
It's time to start doing a fire sale on homes. If I were that guy, I guess
I couldn't find a follow-up. Now, granted, I didn't have a lot of time to sit there and Google and go down,
I'm
but
thinking because it's a mistake, there's probably they don't get to benefit from this. The title company probably has errors and omissions coverage and for
100%.
insurance, and probably was able to rectify it.
Yeah,
But
they
that would
probably
be
had to
really
pay.
funny for a little bit to elect yourself mayor of your own town
Yes.
because you just own everything in the town.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure they probably had to pay what, like $1 million
Yeah, I'd make him pay rent.
company.
It's like,
$1 million deductible, right, to get all that expunged and then start over,
Yeah.
or something like that. But I saw that and went, oh my gosh. You'd be like, where are all my keys? Give me all my keys.
where should I park today? That's- oh man,
Oh.
that's incredible. That's
That would be so much fun.
like winning the lottery, but that's even more so. That's 84. Well, it would be half of that, so it'd be like $48 million worth of homes.
But what about the property tax?
I imagine he has to pay it still. And he's like, look, you bought it. Okay. You signed on the line. We're just going to go ahead and assess that right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would turn and burn those properties real fast.
Yeah.
But all right, somehow we managed to come into here just over an hour.
We stretched it out. We stalled
stretched
long
it.
enough.
I've got a thought
What's your thought?
as we close this out for the holiday weekend and set everyone free to go enjoy their time. We each share one dad joke as we log off for the weekend.
Just one?
Just one each. So we don't want to torture the people.
You know, I've got an inferiority complex. You know that, but it's not a very good one.
So you dove right in without even. Okay, right in there. Oh, the people are like, no, yes, no, yes. All right.
They're
Fine.
bailing.
They're
It's
bailing.
like viewers, like, I'm out. I'm not going to stick around for the punchline.
So did you know if you see a crime at the Apple store,
Mhm.
you're an eyewitness?
That was a good one.
So that's our special treat for all you loyal viewers and listeners that stayed this long.
So I'm not sure if you're up to date on pop music, but my wife asked me to stop singing the song Wonderwall to her. I said, maybe.
I said one.
Okay. I can't stop there. It's the inferiority complex. Man, it has been a week and a half. I'll tell you, I'm actually going to stay up tonight. I'm probably not going to sleep. We had the hurricane that came through in Florida.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was answering calls from the crisis cleanup plan. It's the shirt I'm wearing today.
Mhm.
I was answering calls and just remembering talking to all these people after Hurricane Ian. It's a blast. I love to help out. I'd love to do that. There's looking online, there's like 60 people waiting for calls to be answered right now. So I'm going to go join that and just all I'm doing is just being an ear for them to talk and explain what happened and what damages are, and then putting their information in the system so that all the different crews all over that are moving in, whether it's a company, whether it's a church, whether it's a community organization, can say, hey, we can help out there, and we'll cut down that tree, or we're going to tarp that roof, or we're going to help with the muck out, or tear out the drywall or the carpet, whatever it is. And it's just awesome to watch the map and see all the colors as all these needs turn to, just neighbors, friends coming over and helping and getting things done. So I'm going to do that because it's been a rough week with this trial, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll do that. And then tomorrow, I'm getting ready for a holiday on Monday where I'm going to go metal detecting. So how about you? Do you have any fun plans for the holiday weekend?
So I'm not giving back to my community or helping those in need at all. So
you're not even paying for a flag.
I feel terrible. Not even paying for a flag. You got me there. I'm a terrible person.
You're not, dude.
So I'm going to donate something to a charity tomorrow, so I can not feel as bad as I do in my chair at the moment. No, we're going to, I'm going to play golf with a couple friends tomorrow. Sunday will just be a day around the house doing some chores and by the pool. And then Monday, I think we're going to head out to our ranch and go check on some things and see if some people are out there hunting on the property like they're not supposed to be, because dove season just opened and we don't want people hunting on our land.
Yeah, poachers, you got to get them.
Yeah. But it's really just an excuse to get out and go ride around and enjoy a 3-day weekend. So
That's cool.
Do you know what the best thing about a 3-day weekend is?
That it's here now? What?
It's followed up by only a 4-day work week. It's like a double whammy.
That'll be good. We'll have more fun next week, of course. Hope everybody has some great activities this week with whatever you're doing, with the people you love, with the things you love to do. Hope you have some great stories. Do share them with us. Reach out on the burner phone if you need to. I'll be here. And thanks a lot. Thomas, you as well. Have a great weekend.
You too, Scott. Enjoyed it.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye, everybody.